Do you have what it takes to defeat Mark the Beast Labette and his fellow trivia geniuses? Find out tonight on Masterminds. And here's your host, Brooke Burns.
Hello and welcome to Masterminds, a game of trivia, smarts, and strategy. Let's meet our challengers. She's a dancer and MMA fan who is currently earning her PhD in anthropology. From Tucson, Arizona, please say hello to Sarah. He's a former Marine sniper turned police sergeant and vegan cook. Wow, okay, please welcome Brian. A little bit of everything. She's an elementary school crossing guard, loving grandma, and huge Beatles fan. Please welcome to the show, Sheila. Welcome, everyone. Are you ready to meet our masterminds? Great, let's do it. He's a Yale-educated tutor who's ready to take out any challengers who dare to enter the Church of Chafee. It's Ryan Chafee. She's got degrees in anthropology and American civilization from Brown University, and she's a world-class trivia master. It's Muffy Morocco. He's dominated trivia challengers for years in the US, England, and Australia on the chase, and now he's here. Please welcome the Beast. Welcome, you guys. Mark, lovely to have you. How are you doing? Are you ready to play these guys?
Yeah, but having heard Brian's resume, security, I want him swept right now.
Exactly. We're all a little frightened. Even you, Beastie.
Well, professional sniper? Of course I'm frightened. And look, with me, he can't miss.
Hey, I never thought about it that way. Interesting. Here's how we play. I'll ask you a series of trivia questions over 3 rounds of escalating difficulty. At the end of the game, the highest scoring challenger will face the highest scoring mastermind in the ultimate trivia showdown for $10,000. If a challenger wins, they will come back to compete again. And if a challenger wins 2 times, then they will be crowned a mastermind and potentially take the place of one of our masterminds on this stage. In round 1, there are 7 subjects, each with a corresponding question. All challengers and masterminds will play. Correct answers are worth 100 points. Good luck. The first subject is nature. Approximately what percentage of the world's ice is in Antarctica? 30%, 60%, or 90%? Everyone's locked in, and the correct answer is 90%. Challengers, how'd we do? All right, well done, Sarah. 100 points for you. Masterminds? All right, Beastie and Ryan, well done. 100 points for both of the gentlemen over here.
The thickest point, the ice's Antarctica is 3 miles deep. I believe Antarctica's something like just over 2% of the world's water stored in, whereas all the rivers and lakes in the world, it's 0.7%. So the majority of the Earth's fresh water is at the poles, specifically Antarctica.
Thank you for that. The next subject is health. Rare in the US, since the introduction of fortified foods, rickets is a disorder that can be caused by a lack of what? Iron, calcium, or fiber? And the correct answer is calcium. Challengers, did we know this one? Sounds like Sheila did, yeah. Sheila and Brian, well done. 100 points apiece. Masterminds, 100 points across the board.
So rickets actually is sort of a softening of the bones. It's often signified by curved legs, and it's if you lack vitamin D, you can't absorb the calcium. So getting all those extra nutrients helps you absorb the nutrients that you need to have nice, strong bones.
Thank you, Muffy. The next subject is animals. Venerated for religious reasons, what creature was first domesticated by the Mayans? Rabbit, horse, or turkey? The correct answer is turkey. Challengers, how do we do on this one? Oh, man. Okay, no points on that one. A little bit tricky. Masterminds, how about you guys? 100 points across the board.
Well, it's one of those answers, it couldn't have been the other 2, because if you're in Europe, you know, rabbits are pretty much everywhere. Mm-hmm. And didn't the conquistadors bring the horse to the Americas?
That's true. Horses did exist in the Americas. They died out and were brought back by conquistadors. Turkeys were one of the few domesticated, actually, sources of protein in the Americas.
Thank you, Masterminds. The next subject is sports. Which of these NFL teams has never retired a jersey number? The Dallas Cowboys, Detroit Lions, or Denver Broncos? And the correct answer is, how about them boys, the Dallas Cowboys? Challengers. Again, a lot of shaking heads. No points on that one. Surprising because there's so many good Dallas Cowboys. Masterminds, what did you say? Okay, nobody got points on this.
Well, that's it.
I can't believe
Stalbach,
it.
Emmett Smith, all the great players that the Cowboys
They
had.
put players in a ring of honor. They've decided never to retire them. I'm a huge, massive fan, obviously, being from Dallas. So I can say this. How many Dallas Cowboys does it take to win a Super Bowl? Only 2, Emmitt Smith and Troy Aikman. Unfortunately, they're both retired. I love you, Dak. Your time is coming. Don't hold it against me.
Oh, Dak Prescott's going to hear that.
I know. The next subject is awards. Which U.S. president received a British knighthood before he was even elected? Dwight Eisenhower, Ronald Reagan, or Lyndon Johnson? The correct answer is Dwight Eisenhower. Come on, challengers, jump in on this one. Okay, there we go. Sarah and Brian, 100 points apiece. And Masterminds, 100 points across the board.
Turns out that if you win World War II, you get some perks.
The next subject is entertainment. Responsible for TV projects such as Big Little Lies, what actress sold her media company in 2021 for nearly $1 billion? Zoe Kravitz, Laura Dern, or Reese Witherspoon? The correct answer is Reese Witherspoon. Challengers, did we know this one? All right, Sheila and Sarah do for 100 points apiece. Well done, ladies. Masterminds. All right, 100 points across the board. The last subject is beverages. What is the flavor of Cointreau liqueur? Hazelnut, orange, or cherry? The correct answer is orange. Challengers. Well done, Sheila and Sarah. Again, 100 points apiece. Sorry about that, Brian. Masterminds, 100 points across the board. That's it for round 1. For our challengers, we've got Sarah in the lead with 400 points. Well done, Sarah. And for our masterminds, Ryan and Beastie are tied with 600 points. When we return, the points get higher and the questions get more difficult as we get closer to determining who will play for $10,000. More masterminds right after this. Welcome back to Masterminds. In this round, the first challenger and the first mastermind to buzz in will get the chance to answer and build their score. There are 5 subjects, and correct answers are now worth 200 points. But wrong answers will also cost you 200 points. At the end of this round, the challenger and the mastermind with the lowest scores will be eliminated. The first subject is performance. Since 1941, all U.S. presidents have been the honorary chairman of what organization bringing entertainment to the troops? Beastie and Brian are the first to buzz in. Brian, what's your answer? You've got to know this one.
USO.
USO. Beastie, what did you say?
ASO.
The correct answer is... USO. Beastie, I'm ashamed of you. Brian, would you like to tell him a little bit about the USO?
Better luck next time, Beast.
Oh, never mind.
Bob Hope famously toured with him for many years. Other people like Stephen Colbert, Robin Williams have also gone along. Entertained the troops with comedy, singing, dancing.
All of the above.
But it would be cool if it were called the Awesome Service Organization.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Thank you. The next subject is literature. Welcome to Dead House is the first of 62 novels and stories in what original book series by R.L. Stine? Ryan and Sarah are the first to buzz in. All right. Sarah, what did you say?
I said Goosebumps.
Goosebumps. Ryan, how about you?
This question has also given me goosebumps.
Is the correct answer for 200 points Goosebumps? Oh yeah, well done, Sarah. That's 200 points added to your score. Congratulations. And Ryan, 200 for you as well. Are you a fan of the series?
Oh, for sure. As a child, I read a lot of Goosebumps, and R.L. Stine later did the Fear Street series as well.
Yeah, awesome. The next subject is landmarks. A Bruce Springsteen song celebrates what Texas sculpture garden of 10 graffiti-covered cars sticking out of the ground? Muffy and Sheila are the first to buzz in. Sheila, what's your answer?
I think it's Carhenge.
Carhenge. Muffy, what did you say?
Cadillac Ranch.
Cadillac Ranch for 200 points. The correct answer is Cadillac Ranch. Oh, so sorry about that, Sheila. 200 points off your score. Muffy, that's 200 added to yours. Please tell me you've been there.
I think I've driven past Cadillac Ranch. I mean, it's as described, just cars sticking out of the ground, they're all painted different colors.
Beastie, you got a road trip to Texas.
In this month? Maybe in December.
Not in this month. Fair enough, fair enough. Thank you. The next subject is aviation. Who was the first person to pilot a supersonic flight? Ryan and Sheila were the first to buzz in. Thank you. Sheila?
Chuck Yeager.
Chuck Yeager? Ryan?
I also said Chuck Yeager.
Chuck Yeager as well. I love your cheering before we even, you're like, it's the mastermind guess that I think is right. The correct answer is indeed Chuck Yeager. Well done. We're putting 200 points back on your scoreboard, Sheila. And Ryan, 200 for you as well.
Yeah, Chuck Yeager did it in 1947, going like 700 miles per hour. And
insane.
in the book, The Right Stuff, it talks about how he had like a broken rib and did it under these really adverse conditions from like riding horses the day before.
He broke his rib before he went on the 700 mile per hour.
Didn't tell them and did it and gritted his teeth and went through it because it was such an accomplishment.
I'm surprised he came back in one piece.
Yeah.
All right, it's time for the final question of this round. This question is now worth 400 points. This will determine who will be moving on to the next round. Here is your final subject. The subject is history. What two-word term refers to the idea that the U.S. is ordained to spread across the entire North American continent? Muffy and Brian are the first to buzz in. All right, Brian, what did you say?
I believe it's Manifest Destiny.
Manifest destiny. Muffy, what did you say?
Also Manifest Destiny.
Manifest destiny for 400 points is the correct answer. Manifest destiny? Yes, it is. Congratulations, Brian. That's 400 extra points added to your score. That means that you and Sarah will be moving on. Sheila, thank you so much for being here. And for our masterminds, 400 points for you, Muffy, added to your score, which means it's going to be Muffy and Ryan moving on to the next round. And Beastie, we'll see you next time. When we come back, it's Challenger versus Challenger and Mastermind versus Mastermind to determine who will compete in the ultimate trivia showdown for $10,000. More Masterminds right after this. Welcome back to Masterminds. It all comes down to this. Which challenger will face the top mastermind for $10,000? We're about to find out. But first, let's get to know them a little better. Sarah, tell me how big of an MMA fan you are.
I'm a huge MMA fan. It started because my brother was training in the sport and would watch cards with my dad. But I started getting really into it on my own. I watch fights really anytime they're on, which is about every weekend. And I've been to International Fight Week twice.
Very cool. Do you have a favorite fighter?
Of all time, it's got to be Ronda Rousey.
I was going to say, Rowdy. Miss Rowdy.
Rowdy Rousey.
Absolutely. Well, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Nice to have you here. Brian, it sounds like you've had an exciting career path. Tell me a little bit about
Thank
it.
you, Brooke. I've had a little bit of an exciting career path. I did many years in the Marine Corps and several deployments. After doing that, I became a police officer, and I've been doing that for 22, 23 years now. It's a very rewarding career, and I'm very happy I'm doing it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Brandon.
much for your service.
Right.
We really do appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, and good luck to you
All right.
both. All right, in this round, first the challengers and then the masterminds will face off in a timed trivia battle. The first question will be worth 500 points, and each question that follows will be worth an additional 100 points. It's truly anyone's game. Challengers, are you ready?
Ready.
All right, let's go ahead and put 60 seconds on the clock. Your time will begin when I finish reading the first question. Good luck. 500 points. A big wheel is a brand of what low-riding three-wheeled vehicle? Sarah.
Tricycle?
Correct. 600 points. What fictional barbarian from Samaria first appeared in short stories by writer Robert E. Howard? Brian.
Conan.
Correct. 700 points. What popular piece of cooking equipment gets its name from the Japanese for fire bowl? Sarah.
Wok?
No. Brian?
I was going to say wok.
Hibachi. 800 points. Having served in the Israel Defense Forces as a combat instructor, what actress was qualified to play Wonder Woman? Brian.
Gal Gadot.
Correct. 900 points. Aided by a beat-up copy of the Iliad, Heinrich Schliemann reputedly discovered what ancient Greek city? Time. Troy. 1,000 points. Architect Rastrelli designed what structure on the Neva River as a royal residence for the Russian czars? Sarah?
The Kremlin.
No. Brian?
No idea.
The Winter Palace. 1,100 points. Will-o'-the-wisps are believed to occur when oxygenated phosphines ignite what component of swamp gas? Methane was that answer. Congratulations, Brian, you just won $1,000. And not only that, the chance to play for $10,000. Well done.
Wow.
Sarah, thank you so much for
Thank
being
you.
here. Now we just have to determine which mastermind you'll be facing. Hello, masterminds.
Hello, Brooke.
Are you both ready?
Yes.
You know how it works. Same rules apply, 60 seconds on the clock. Your time begins when I finish reading the first question. 500 points. In 2022, what West Coast team was NBA champion for the 4th time in 8 years? Ryan.
Golden State.
Correct, 600 points. Vicks debuted what nighttime cold remedy in 1966? Ryan.
Vapor Rub.
No, Muffy.
Cough syrup.
NyQuil, 700 points. What Hindu spring festival is celebrated by dousing fellow revelers in colored paint and powder? Ryan.
Holy.
Correct. 800 points. Owners of one of the largest rail networks in the U.S., BNSF Railway, shares part of its name with what New Mexico City? Muffy.
Santa Fe.
Correct. 900 points. What brand of outdoor waterproof footwear is known as the original yellow boot? Muffy.
Timberland.
Correct. 1,000 points. Nature never did betray the heart that loved her comes from Tintern Abbey by which lake poet? Ryan.
Wordsworth.
Correct. 1,100 points. Joshua Tree National Park straddles a section of the Sonoran Desert and what other desert? Ryan.
Death Valley.
No, Muffy?
Mojave.
Correct. 1,200 points. Named for its distinctive sound, what is the tallest bird species in North America? Ryan?
The Stork.
No, Muffy?
Oh, jeez.
Flamingo.
Whooping crane.
Stork, 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 stork.
All right, congratulations, Muffy. You won that round. Ryan, we'll see you next time. That means that Brian and Muffy will be going head-to-head in our ultimate trivia showdown. Can Brian win $10,000 and take one step closer to becoming a mastermind? Well, find out when we come back. Welcome back to Masterminds. Brian has won $1,000 and will now face Muffy Morocco in the ultimate trivia showdown for $10,000. Here's how we play. I'll read 4 questions to Brian and Muffy, and they will each write down their answers. Once the players have locked in their responses, I'll reveal the correct answers. If Brian gets the highest score, then he will win $10,000. Let's begin. Here's your first question. On the Great Seal of the United States, the eagle's beak clutches a banner that says what? Ryan, what's your answer?
E pluribus unum.
E pluribus unum. Muffy, what did you say?
I also said E pluribus unum.
E pluribus unum is the correct answer. E pluribus unum. Oh yeah, well done, Brian. Good start, and it's 1-1. Here's your second question. The first provisional president of the Republic of China, what leader is honored as the father of the nation? Brian, you said?
Mao Zedong.
Mao Zedong. Muffy?
Chiang Kai-shek.
Chiang Kai-shek. The correct answer is Sun Yat-sen. Okay, but that's good for us, Brian. The score remains 1-1. And here's your third question. Greek myths of floating islands are thought to be based on real city-sized masses of what floating volcanic rock? Brian?
I said lava.
Lava. Muffy, what did you say?
Hummus.
Hummus. The correct answer is hummus. As soon as you hear it, right? You know
Yep.
it. All right. Brian, 1-2. You need to get this next one right to stay in the game. Good luck, sir. Here's your final question. In a 1926 issue of Vogue, what fashion designer introduced the first little black dress? Brian, what did you say?
Macy.
Macy. Muffy, how about you?
Coco Chanel.
Coco Chanel. The correct answer is... Coco Chanel, unfortunately, Brian. I'm so sorry. You didn't make it to the 10,000, but you're still taking home $1,000. You played a great game.
I had a great time.
Muffy, you're too good. Join us next time to see who can